Hello and welcome to Computer Tech and More. Today, I'd just like to do a quick talk about the types of the fans that I've owned. So this is one of my favorite fans that I've ever owned. It's the Cougar CF V12 HPB. It is a 4-pin power management fan, and this one's claim to fame was the fact that it's supposed to suck in air and then create a concentrated flow out the back, making it reasonably good for both radiators and fin stacks and air coolers. I only ever use them as case fans. At higher RPMs, I tend to find them a bit noisy, but they're also quite a bit old for me. I'd say my oldest one is at least 10 years old, and it's still working. So at least I can tell you it's very reliable. The next fan is a Noctua Classic Beige and Brown NF F12 power management. That means it's a 4-pin fan, if the autofocus will work. And I found these quieter than my Cougars, but it definitely is a fin design more for radiators, and it can just power through air through radiator or any low airflow restriction. And at one point in my old case, the 550D, I was looking at trying to shove a second pair of fans into it. And unfortunately, well, I purchased the Noctua thin version of the NF12 X15 power management fan, and I was hoping that it would fit underneath the radiator. Unfortunately, it did not. So I haven't actually used these yet, but I ended up keeping them. I didn't return them. I really like the design, and I'm looking forward to using these in a build. Again, I haven't tested it, but I think that these would be a great fan for any place you need a low profile fan, or anywhere you can shove an extra fan into a smaller case. So it's not new anymore, but it is the best fan that I've ever owned. And this is the NF A12X25. And it comes with this really good rubber surround. And I was using this on my air-cooled radiator, or not my air-cooled, my water cooling radiator, AIO. And it just helps prevent any air from leaking out. So it in effect improves efficiency of air going through the radiator. And I could run these at around 1,100 RPM, and they were basically completely silent in my old case. Unfortunately, my new case is fully stocked with fans, but it did come with 2 black versions of this fan. So I'm still using them. I absolutely love this fan. It is just the best one on the market that I've come across in its size. And the last little bit about fans is this fan housing. And I bought this for my old 1070, and I actually still have that card. It's just in the box, not in use right now. I have it as a backup. And this I bought to act as a backup plan or air assistance. So I was going to install it in my case right underneath it, and it would just shove more air up around the GPU to improve airflow around it so it would operate cooler. At the time I purchased this, I didn't see myself being able to get my hands on an RTX 3000 series card. So I was looking at every way possible to extend the life of my old computer. And this was one of the things I came across because I had some extra fans just lying around, as this video kind of demonstrates. So what it comes with are these 2 brackets, the screws to go through, this metal housing, and you install it in a PCI slot. I would recommend at least 1 fan thickness underneath it for airflow reasons. Otherwise, it's just going to be sucking on vacuum. And then you might as well just unplug the fan that isn't going to be operating. You can use a connector to connect the 2 fans together, a Y splitter, and then the 2 fans will operate at 1 RPM. Now, all this being said, I'd use relatively high quality fans just for noise reasons. If you're using uber cheapo fans, it's not going to operate very quietly. But if you use higher quality fans, it's going to operate real well. The hole locations on the end are set up for 120s. There are inner slots for the neck size down, so I don't recall that off the tip of my head. But I never actually got around to using it. But, I mean, if you look at it, so this is how it'd be in there. It holds the cards nice and secure, give it a little twist, no flexing, And I'll have the link to what this product is in my description if you want to learn more about these PCI kind of, I guess, fan bracket. Anyway, thank you for watching this little quick go over the PC fans that I have owned. I hope to do a little bit of fan testing. I'm not going to be able to do airflow measurements with the pieces of equipment that I have, but I can demonstrate how air comes out of the back of the fan with maybe a little board and some strings. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.